Yeah, I know Peyton. I mean, Peyton, like the other day, he was just sitting there and he was like, I kind of feel like playing Valorant. So, I mean, I feel like he kind of wants to play it. If you were to get it, I would just make. Dude, I have like 4 alt accounts, but I mean, I would just make another alt account and then we could start playing it. But I'm not playing CS2 like that. That shit is just boring. There's nothing achieving to me. You know what I mean? Like, there's no rank or anything. There's no reason to get better at it. I'm streaming on YouTube, by the way. Hold on, actually, I have an idea. Oh wait, actually, I don't think I can do it since I'm fuck it. It's just I think it's simply too nasty. Yeah, it's simply too nasty. Yup. I'm gonna probably wait till tonight to fight Radon. Where you're gonna see how Radon is like one of the hardest boss, and Moog. Like the place that I'm at, it's Moog's Palace. Moog is literally the hardest boss I had ever fought in this game. Like it's the most struggle I've ever had. But I don't know if it's gonna be that much of a struggle because I think whenever I fought him last time, I didn't even know about the rune farm and all that, so I just fought him like normally. Yeah, I'm cutting KJ today, and then I'm cutting a dude named Zay. We playing a game with him. I'm cutting him tomorrow. I bought hella arrows to just sit here and farm with. I'll probably get to like maybe 500k ruins, then I'll go actually do things that are useful. And then at the end of the game, whenever you beat the boss, you see like all these fucking, well, this shit's probably delayed, but whenever you do, they got all these people down here. You get a sword that you can literally like, it's just a big wave of gold. You shoot at them, but it kills all of them, and you get like fucking 20k ruins every time you do it. It's such a good ruin farm, and you can spawn in, you can shoot this guy, and then go over there and do that for all of them too. So you can get like fucking 30k every time. Shit is so good. You literally just keep shooting this nigga, he just falls off. Yeah, I'm trying to do it fast, because right here, it's a good spot. Like right, this little, well you can't even see, but whenever you do see, this little crevice right, you can't even shoot through this shit. It like hits a fake wall. Alright, fuck it, still there. By the look of a video. But the build that I had made whenever I had first played this game, it was just like a blood sword build. That shit was so OP. But they have, so I think it's called like the Moonlight Great Sword or something like that, and it's like a sword from all the past Souls games. And that sword was amazing. It just wasn't as good as my blood sword. But now that they nerfed the blood sword, I'm probably gonna use that build. It's a fucking, it's, yeah, you just shoot it and it tries to run at you and it dies. But it's a fucking process to get a Moonlight Sword. Like it's probably dead ass hour and 30-minute quest, maybe 2 hours. Oh shit, I hit it. I can't wait for this DLC, bro. I went looking, it said 2 weeks. Then I fucking looked at the date, and I think it comes out on the 21st or the 22nd. And that, whenever I looked, that was like a week ago. So it really wasn't a fucking week. More like a goddamn month. Or 2 weeks, I meant. More like a month. I don't even know exactly. I mean, I know there's a bunch of new bosses, probably like a whole new fucking place and all that. There's probably a bunch of shit. The story of this game is so confusing, honestly. Like, you really just kind of like, it tells you, you know, they have Godfrey, which was the first Elden Lord, and like all these other motherfuckers. But really, a lot of the story is just like the players make that shit up themselves, basically. Like what they think it is. It's all just speculation. I should clearly just hit him. Bro, what the fuck? There we go. Yeah, I thought I hadn't even tried it because I thought they would have took it out. They have this big ass, like humongous dragon that like it doesn't get up or nothing. It just lays down, but it has hella health. And you kill it and you get like 100k runes from it. I thought they would have like, I don't know, fixed it or done something. I went and killed it and I got the 70k runes and I was like, oh shit, that's pretty fire. They literally didn't patch any of the rune farms, so I'm guessing all this shit is just kind of to help players. Without this rune farm, this game would take so fucking long. Like, it's so hard to level up. You get maybe like 100 runes per like normal enemy kill. This bird gives me 11k. Each level right now for me is like 20k. You know how long it would take me to level up from getting like 100 per small unit when it takes 20,000 runes to level up? That should be so hard.
So what level though? Like, I don't know if that's how it works. But
What?
what level are you?
45 I think right now.
And it takes.
On my old account, I literally sat here all day, like just fucking slashing the dudes that I was talking about over there. I was probably level like I might be like making this shit up because I don't remember at all with like the level how the levels work and all that. But I was probably around like level 400 or something like that, maybe more.
It only takes 20k each time, or like the XP.
No, it did increase as it goes up.
Oh, okay.
Like it starts out low. Like let's see, with 400k runes, see how many levels I can get. I can get 15 right now. I'm probably gonna upgrade. Actually, let me go look at the requirements for that great sword that I want to get. Yeah, the Moonlight Great Sword. This is what it's called. I can literally see from 2 years ago. It says I had watched this video to get the Moonlight Great Sword. Like this game, you literally to get any type of sword. I mean, besides maybe a few of them, you have to look up videos on like everything. And they have a boss called Milena on this game. Everybody had said she was hard as fuck. Whenever I fought her, that shit was a piece of cake. I'm not gonna lie, it took me maybe 5 tries. And in this game, 5 tries ain't shit. Moog, low key, probably 100 tries. Radon, probably around 100 tries. Like, you don't even understand the pain I had to go through. There was one, I had a video of it. Bro, literally, I had stayed up, it was 4 a.m. in the morning, I stayed up trying to beat this nigga. I got him to a sliver of a health. You couldn't even see his health bar anymore. And he fucking killed me. Bro, I about wanted to break everything. I was like, fuck this, I'm going to bed. I can't do this. That shit pissed me off so much. Alright, do this shit like 2 or 3 more times. Oh shit. The video's on, I'm not even watching it. It's because my shit's not. Wait. There we go. Does it say what you need for it?
Temporarily increase
Guessing
your magic attack
intelligence
power
and
and
faith.
imbue in the blade with frost, and then when you perform charge attacks, it releases blasts of moonlight. It's incredibly cool, but it also requires the completion of a rather long and rather difficult quest chain. So I'm going to try and make this video as concise as possible while still giving you all the necessary details. So if you guys do enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated.
Let me finish this first. Also, I need to get me a new thing on armor. I still have like almost all the starting armor on. I look, might go get me an armor set first and then do that.
Dude, I swear to God, I went on Roblox earlier and had That's somebody trying to flex their Robux on you. You know, like, who would do?
I guess I'm gonna level up my intelligence. This guy has this shit on like 38, but I don't know exactly what you need. Requirements for moon light great sword. Yeah, you need 16 strength, 11 dex, and 38 intelligence. So you do need 38 intelligence. And mind, I guess. Need my FP to go up. Alright. Yeah, see, like now, I started out needing 23,000 to level up. Now I need 37,000. Look how big this fucking map is. Whenever you get to that shit. Elden Ring best armor sets.
Treat your imagination at Baskin Robbins. See if only in theaters.
Don't forget to moisturize that skin too. Aphrodite, putting on lotion is not.
This way, all the way to the west. Just right through the ruins and the forest until the water turns into poison and you start seeing these giant crab enemies. We're gonna ignore them, keep right. We can actually farm. Alien region of the map. I think this is another great looking setup. There are also some Landel Knight set early on if you know what. You're a bit too shiny for you. Don't worry, as this next set has a much darker vibe to it. The Royal Remains set is a terrifying armor made partly of bone, with the skeletal mask being probably the coolest part of the set. To get this, we need to go on a little bit of a quest into the Yurna region from the Alaskiar Ruins Grace Point, which is over here on the map. We want to head this way all the way to the west. Just right through the ruins and the forest until the water turns into poison and you start seeing these giant crab enemies.
Wait, I wasn't paying attention.
To the west. Just right through the ruins and the forest until this way all the way.
Okay, so I need to go. Alright, where am I? I'm all the way up here. I need to go down there.
Way to the west. Just right through the ruins and the forest until the water turns into poison and you start seeing these giant crab enemies. We're gonna ignore them, keep riding in the direction we're headed until you reach a path marked by a lot of hanging bodies. Nice welcome party, guys. Thanks. Anyway, head up the path and
I got some scary ass enemies in this game. They have fucking crawfish that'll snipe you from like 200 meters away. I think this was like the first armor set that I got because I was watching a video and I saw this armor set. I was like, bro, that shit is so dope. I have to go get that shit.
Actually, fucking.
What?
till you reach the Grace Point. Now there's a couple of ways we can go from here. We can cross this bridge or go back down to where we came from, but instead we're taking the third route all the way to our right. Follow the path up from here. There'll be an enemy who throws explosive dust at you, so take care of them and then look for this pole. It's pretty close to that enemy right next to a stone grave and then roll against the pole to reveal it was actually an illusion hiding a person. Talk to them and they will give you half of a medallion. This is used way later in the game to access a secret area with a
Fucker.
giant lift, but luckily for us,
Alright, you're gonna piss me off
the
now.
next step of the quest. After exhausting his
Fuck
dialogue,
over here, bitch.
fast travel back to the round table halls to find out that we're actually being invaded by ancients. Defeat them, and after doing so, you will travel to the actual round table hall where you can find ancients.
You fuck off, bitch, nigga.
Just outside of Gideon's chambers. In case you
Fuck
don't know
off.
where that is, that was the first room we crossed when we went to visit the Twin Maiden Husk. There are also some amazing armor sets in the game that can drop from specific enemies, but you have to farm them for it, so it might take you a bit to get these set together. But it can give you something like this amazing Ladle mindset early on if you know what you're doing. This golden armor with a cape looks very regal, pretty fitting for any paladin type character, I'd say. It drops from the Ladle Knight enemy, which are commonly found at this point, which is over here on the map. We want to head this way all the way to the west. Just right through the ruins and the forest until the water turns into poison and you start seeing these giant crab enemies. We're gonna ignore them, keep riding in the direction we were headed until you reach a path marked by a lot of hanging bodies. Nice welcome party, guys. Thanks. Anyway, head up the path until you reach... Now there's a couple of ways. We can go from here. We can cross this bridge or go back down to where we came from, but instead we're taking the third route all the way to our right. Follow the path up.
You gotta watch videos, fucking everything, bitch.
Explosive dust that used to take care of them and then look for this pole. It's pretty close to that enemy right next to a stone grave and then roll against the pole to reveal that it was actually an illusion hiding a person. Talk to them and they will give you half of a medallion. This is used way later in the game to access a secret area with a giant lift, but luckily for us, we just needed to progress the next step of the quest. After exhausting his dialogue, we fast travel back to the round table halls to find out that we're actually being invaded by ancients.
Oh yeah, I gotta kill this motherfucker.
So
Forgot about that. And I get the armor. Where you at, puss bitch? Oh shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. Hey nigga, chill out. Leave, puss nigga. Oh. Oh. Ow. Shing. Shing, 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 shing. Bitch ass nigga. Great enemy felled. And then do I go talk to that one guy now, I guess? Yes, I do. Now I have all the royal remains armor. Boom. It's low-key not even better than the shit that I got, but it looks cooler, so who cares? Yes, Sirski.
we'll travel to the actual round table.
Appreciated, but let's not waste any time. It is also worth mentioning that you will need to defeat a few story bosses in order to complete this, so by the nature of that, it will be somewhat spoiler related. However, I will not give you any of the story spoilers in this, but you will see locations that you might not have visited yet, so if you don't want to see that, step away, come back later. Anyway, if you want to do this, first things first, this begins when you speak to Rani, who you'll speak to at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah, fat hoe, get it.
I've defeated her, who is of course over in...
Oh, I forgot, I gotta fucking fight that dumb bitch. Oh wait, I have a ball bearing. I forgot. I can do some shit with that. purchase. I need one of these. Actually, buy 2 of these. Offer ball bearing. Alright, Kylan, I'm getting pretty close to fight a boss. I mean, fighting a boss. I already fought it before, but about to fight that bitch again. I think I fought her with a completely different sword last time. Okay. You know what, before I fight her, I'm gonna get that sword. That sword carried me through like half of this game last time before I got that shit. I'm gonna go get that sword, and then after I beat her, then I can get the Moonlight Greatsword I was talking about. So I'm gonna get this sword first.
Look incredibly cool. It also has one of the most insane weapon arts in the game on it. Not only does this legendary weapon look incredibly cool, it also has one of the most insane weapon arts in the game on it. One that works great in the game here.
Need 24 intelligence and 24 faith. What do I have? I only have 10 faith, but I can change that. We're fine.
Bro, what the fuck?
What, Daddy?
Niggas voted me out of the game.
That's what's up.
Bro, I was 10 and 3. I was so locked in. Bro.
Sword of Night and Flame. Not only does this legendary weapon look incredibly cool, it also has one of the most insane weapon arts in the game on it. One that works great against both single targets and groups of enemies. So the way it works is by holding the weapon.
Alright, we're yapping now, Jekyll Wang. Let's get to this shit and show me how to get this bitch.
But while this stance is active, you can follow up with a light attack will trigger the 9 inputs key towards the target, dealing stays in the beam the more damage it takes, plus it can pierce 2 enemies as well, so if you manage to line them up, it's pretty good for clearing groups too. But the real star of the show, at least when it comes to clearing groups, is the follow-up heavy attack.
Yo, this nigga's yapping like crazy right now. Can we hurry the fuck up and show me how to get this bitch?
The open world, as one is that both played, so you're able to items along Stormhill, Shack, Grace Point, and from there we want to head north until we find a broken bridge. We want to go all the way up to the edge because there is a path to the left we can jump down on. Just hug the cliff and sprint on horseback up the street.
She wanted that dick. No. That was the first thing that came to my mind, low key. Yeah. Look, Kylan, you see these guys, or you're not even watching anymore, huh? Well, it don't matter. I'm just gonna get this shit right now. But you should most definitely get this game at some point. Because the thing is like, I really don't even give a fuck about playing multiplayer in this game. Like, I'd rather, maybe not rather, but this game is fucking amazing by yourself. You do not need anybody to play it with. And low-key, I mean, I kind of like doing shit in solo games by myself anyway. Alright.
Nothing much here to bother you, and if you keep going, you will eventually reach the Grace Point. From here, you can of course explore the region at your own pace, but for the purpose
Yeah, I know that, but the ranks are stupid as fuck. It's not even like good ranks, it's shit ranks.
To find one of the giant convoys that roam around the world. Kill the enemies and loot the chest in the back to find the Carrion Knight's sword, a magical longsword that requires some intelligence.
Carrion Knight's sword, that's what I need. Just go download Valorant and play that shit. I'll watch you play and then give you tips and shit.
Damn it.
How do you think I feel playing Valorant? Why do you think I stopped playing that shit?
Bro, I've never even been mad at Call of
Dude, Valorant is just the most inconsistent game for me. One day, I'll literally be feeling like I'll be feeling like fucking tens. Like, bro, I feel like I can't die, and I have the best aim in the fucking game. Then for the next 5 days after that, I forget how to aim, and I can't hit a shot on anybody.
That's how I felt this morning, bro. I got on and I was fucking flat, bro.
I'm telling you, one day, like, you'll get on that bitch, You'll get on that bitch and literally you'll be not missing a shot, and you'll be like, oh my god, I'm a fucking demon. Play the next day, and just don't hit shit. Okay, how the fuck am I supposed to get up here?
Oh my god, if my team doesn't do this shit. Playing bots. Literally. The only person that's alive is the bot on their team.
Okay, can we fucking get up this bitch, please? Holy shit. Dude, this fucking horse is gonna piss me off. Alright, bro.
You know what I fucking
The
absolutely
giant
hate?
convoys that
Play
from
with
here you
Minecraft.
can of course explore the region at your own pace, but for the purposes of this video we want to head over here to the foot of the four belfries. From there we travel north along the road to find one of the giant convoys that roam around the world. Kill the enemies and
Bro.
loot the chest in the back to find the Carrion Knight's sword, a magical longsword that requires some intelligence to use. It has a pretty cool weapon art where you magically extend the blade for a giant slash, but it's also pretty slow and therefore kind of hard to use. The main reason we want to pick this up is so we can dual wield it with a Sword of Might and Flame later on. After that we move on, still following the road north until we reach the King's Realm ruin. And sprint on horseback, nothing much here to bother you, and if you keep going you will eventually reach the Grace Point. From here you can of course explore the region at your own pace, but for the purposes of this video we want to head over here to the foot of the four belfries. From there we travel north along the road to find one of the giant convoys that roam around the world. Kill the enemies and loot the chest in the back to find the Carrion Knight's sword, a magical longsword that requires some intelligence to use. It has a pretty cool weapon art where you magically extend the blade for a giant slash, but it's also pretty slow.
I'm gonna nigga your merc team.
Bro, when you shoot at people, it makes you run, or when people are shooting at you, it makes you run slower. It's a fucking ass. Alright, keep on 0 and 2. Fucking blast these dumbass niggas, bro. They're not even that good. Bro, what is your aim? Like, if I'm
And
not
therefore you will eventually reach the Grace Point. From here you can of course explore the region at your own pace, but for the purposes of this video we want to head over here to the foot of the four belfries. From there we travel north along the road to find one of the giant convoys that roam around the world. Kill the enemies and four belfries. From there we travel north, nothing much here to bother you, and if you keep going you will eventually reach the Grace Point. From here you can of course explore the region at your own pace, but for the purposes of this video we want to head over here to the foot of the four belfries. From there
I'm a fucking dumbass. Why am I even climbing up here? I'm supposed to go around.
Convoys that roam around the world. Kill the enemies and loot the chest in the back to find the Carrion Knight's sword, a magical longsword that requires some intelligence to use. It has a pretty cool weapon art where you magically extend the
shit.
blade for a giant slash, but it's also pretty slow and therefore kind of hard to
Wait,
use.
what?
The main reason we want to pick this up is so we can dual wield it with
Oh.
a Sword of Might and Flame.
When I played, I just
After that,
copied that
we
bitch
all
off of
still
somebody
follow the
anyway.
road north
Stole
until
somebody
we reach
else's.
the King's Realm ruins. Here you have to get past an illusory wall, so as soon as you reach this spot, hit the wall with an attack and it's hard to
Are you
use.
gonna flashbang me and get one tap, bitch ass nigga? What the fucking god? Either I'm a god or that nigga just missed me. Fucking fold it out. I'm still getting off after this game, though, 'cause these niggas are ass. Like, you're pissing me off. I hate this shit.
Yeah.
Not after this round. Round 6. Fucking murk them niggas, bro. Oh my god, my whole team got hit tapped. I just got hit tapped. Okay. I literally watched my whole team walk into a room and get fucking shredded. The enemy team is actually smart as fuck. They won all 3 rounds. It's crazy. Like, they play smart. They probably are in Discord or some shit. Oh, the 10-year veteran? Dude, get off the game, you fucking nerd. Bro has the 10-year badge. That's crazy. Like, it's off the game. There's 2 10-year veterans on their team. Probably why they play so fucking smart. It's the only niggas that absolutely smart is niggas that are like veterans of this shit. I couldn't imagine playing a game for 10 years and still want to play it. I understand it's a newer game, but like, nigga, it's basically the same exact game. Let's start fucking using sniper rifles. This nigga runs the same route every fucking game. I swear I kill him in the same spot every time. Bro, his aim is fucking insane! I hit him 3 times. He hit me 4 times. He did 104 damage. I did 36 damage. God. I swear to God, if you stop frag, niggas think you're cheating. Like, sorry. Honestly, it's not a bad idea. Bro's aim is too good. Like, bro, I can kill him every time.
The sprint on horseback, nothing much here to follow you, and if you keep going, you will eventually reach a grace point. From here, you can of course explore the region at your own pace, but for the purposes of this video, we want to head over here to the foot of the 4 belfries. From there, we travel north along the road to find one of the giant convoys that roam around the world. Kill the enemies and loot the chest in the back to find the Carrion Knight's sword, a magical longsword that requires some intelligence to use. It has a pretty cool weapon art where you magically extend the blade for a giant slash, but it's also pretty slow and therefore kind of hard to use. The main reason we want to pick this up is so we can dual wield it with the Sword of Mighty Flame later on. After that, we move on, still following the road north until we reach the King's Realm ruins. Here you have to get past the illusory wall, so as soon as you reach this spot, hit the wall with an attack and it should disappear. Behind it is a grace point and an NPC that we definitely want to talk to, Ichi the Blacksmith. This gentle giant is not only a friendly NPC who can upgrade your weapons for you, he also sells sulfur smithing stones, which are used to upgrade weapons. And you might have already guessed it, but that amazing Sword of Mighty Flame is one of those weapons. So as soon as we get it, we can come back here to Ichi to upgrade it. So we hold back on our mount and travel to the main Karia Manor gate. Magical arrow barrages will start raining down on you when you get close, but I found that if you just stay off the main road, they will not come close enough to hit you. And now from here, we want to very carefully make our way over to the next grace point in the area. And I do mean carefully, as this area is home to some of the creepiest enemies I've come across so far. Like, what do we even call these? Hand spiders? I'm going with hand spiders. Anyway, these guys like to set up traps for you. They are hanging from the walls, some have dug themselves in so you can only see their fingertips sticking out of the ground, and if you get too close, they will grab you immediately. You can use a spirit summon here to make your life a bit easier, and by hugging the left wall and looking around to make sure you know where the hand spiders are hidden, you will eventually reach this building. It is guarded by one big hand spider and two smaller ones, but you can just run in, and upstairs is the second grace point. And from that one, it's pretty much a straight shot to the weapon. Go outside and run along the ground, and if you can main Karia better.
Get fucking shredded, you pussy!
Okay, magical arrow barrages will start raining down on you when you get close, but I found that if you just stay off the main road, they will not come close enough to hit you. And now from here, we want to very carefully make our way over to the next grace point in the area. And I do mean carefully, as this area is home to some of the creepiest enemies I've come across so far. Like, what do we even call...
I got A's, bro. Headshot percentage is gonna ass. Bro, you're definitely cheating. Both of their headshot percentages are 100.
all these hand spiders? I'm going with hand spiders. Anyway, these guys like to set up traps for you. They are hanging from the walls, some have dug themselves in so you can only see their fingertips sticking out of the ground, and if you get too close, they will grab you immediately. You can use a spirit summon here to make your life a bit easier, and by hugging the left wall and looking around to make sure you know where the hand spiders are hidden, you will eventually reach this building. It is guarded by one big hand spider and two smaller ones, but you can just run in, and upstairs is the second grace point. And from that one, it's pretty much a straight shot to the weapon. Go outside and run along the catwalk, just ignore the enemies that spawn, and then take a left at the first tower and a right at the second. After that, you will spot a building to your left. Jump down on it from the catwalk and keep moving, as we will need to jump on another building with a hole in it. Once you reach that, take the ladder down into the hole and use one of those unique weapons. So as soon as we get it, we can come back here to each
Start using what?
So we go back on our mount and travel to the main Karia map of the game. Magical
Start using what?
will start raining down on you when you get close, but I found that if you just stay off the main road, they will not come close enough to hit you. And now from here, we want to very carefully make our way over to the next grace point in the area. And I do mean carefully, as this area is home to some of the creepiest enemies I've come across so far. Like, what do we even call these? Hand spiders? I'm going with hand spiders. Anyway, these guys like to set up traps for you. They are hanging from the walls, some have dug themselves in so you can only see their fingertips sticking out of the ground, and if you get too close, they will grab you immediately. You can use a spirit summon here to make your life a bit easier, and by hugging the left wall and looking around to make sure you know where the hand spiders are hidden, you will eventually reach this building. It is guarded by one big hand spider and two smaller ones, but we can just run in, and upstairs is the second grace point. And from that one, it's pretty much a straight shot to the weapon. Go outside and run along the catwalk, just ignore the enemies that spawn, and then take a left at the first tower and a right at the second. After that, you will spot a building to your left. Jump down on it from the catwalk, keep moving, as we will need to jump on another building.
Makes you want to suck a penis,
Once
huh?
you reach that, take the ladder down into the hole, and you will find a chest with the amazing sword of Night Flaming. And like we mentioned, if you have some spare runes, you can immediately go back to each to upgrade it if you just run in, and upstairs is the second grace point. And from that one, it's pretty much a straight shot to the weapon. Go outside and run along the catwalk, just ignore the enemies that spawn, and then take a left at the first tower and a right at the second.
Alright, I'm gonna watch your screen.
I'm about to get the sword of Night and Flame right now.
After that, you will spot a building to your left. Jump down on it from the catwalk and keep moving, as we will need to jump on another building with a hole in the roof. Once you've reached that, take the ladder down into the hole and you will find a chest with the amazing sword of Night and Flame in it. And like we mentioned, if you have some spare runes, you can immediately go back to Ichi to upgrade it a few levels if you want. Also, if you picked up the Carrion Night Sword earlier, you can now dual wield 2 long swords which both use magic
Sword of
damage.
Night and
In case you
Flame.
didn't know, if you equip 2 weapons of the same type, you can use a dual wield moveset by pressing the attack button on your left hand, so L1 or LB.
I'd have to go back and fucking
with 2 swords. I mean, it looks
do the
cool,
rune
you do lots of
grind,
damage,
because
but you
I
do,
forgot
of
I
course,
need my
lose the
faith.
defensive option of his shield, so it's definitely more of a risk-reward playstyle. Now there is one big downside to this amazing sword of Night and Flame, and that is the fact that it requires both 24 intelligence and 24 faith for it to
You better
work.
watch me
Now, my
fucking
faith
do this shit again for a while. Tell me that shit ain't hit, bro. Indeed. Yeah. Fuck is this nigga still shooting? You fucking kidding me? Why does it keep doing this shit? Sometimes this nigga just doesn't decide to fucking fall off the side of the cliff. Like, bro, why you not falling off the fucking cliff, you pussy bitch?
Blake, I'm about to go take a shower real quick.
Iki.
Dookie dookie.
My parents got hooked on cigs.
But the thing is, I'm not my parents.
I'm way more aware of the dangers of smoking.
You definitely won't make that mistake.
Gotta stop before you're hooked.
Said every smoker.
Ever.
Ready? With the fine-tuned nutrition in Pro Plan Sport at PetSmart, your active dog will be ready for a lifetime of adventures. So you can go even farther together. And right now at PetSmart, earn 5 times the treats points when you buy Purina Pro Plan dog or cat food.
Yes, I do.
PetSmart, anything for pets.
Homes know that projects come with questions, so we have answers. Like how to keep your yard looking lush, which paint color matches your bold style. And with the Milo's Rewards credit card, you can save 5% every day. You got this, and we got you.
Owning a small business means you're head of sales, inventory, closing deals, and closing for the day. All in one. Spectrum One for Business is fast internet, free advanced Wi-Fi with Security Shield, and a free
Necromancer.
mobile line, all for one low price. Spectrum Business, made to work.
And playing Elden
Now we're
Ring.
left with that last guy like to blend out, and I'm gonna stop just there now.
Milo's Rewards credit card saves us 5% on it.
Loki hopped on yesterday.
5% off, 5% off, 5%
Just
off.
played like one game and just didn't feel like playing it anymore. And hopped on Elden Ring all day. I said I hopped on it yesterday and then played like one game and then just didn't feel like playing it anymore and hopped on Elden Ring.
Owning a small business means you're head of sales, inventory, closing deals, and closing for the day.
I might get on it
All in
in a
one.
second.
Spectrum One for Business is fast internet, free advanced Wi-Fi with Security Shield, and a free mobile line, all for one low price. Spectrum Business, made to work.
Alright guys, so before beginning any haircut, you always want to comb through it, kind of lay it down into its natural position state. We're starting in setting your guidelines.
My lobbies are starting to
I'm
get
gonna go
harder
ahead
and harder.
start setting in my first guideline with my trimmer to lay it down as broad as possible. And then just make sure you lay it down where you want your fade to start. Here I start at the temple peak of the hairline, and then I kind of lead it to the top of his ear. And then for the second guideline, I open the lever on the clipper and then just come up about a ½ inch from that previous line, as you see here. I kind of lead it.
What's going on, beta
Bitch,
culture?
I'm gonna do that shit.
And I'm gonna go ahead and throw on the number 1 down. And for the on in your guideline. So here I'm gonna go ahead and start setting in my first guideline with my trimmer to lay it down as broad as possible. And then just make sure you lay it down where you want your fade to start. Here I start at the temple peak of the
hairline, and then I kind of lead it to the top of the ear. And then for the second guideline, I open the lever on the clipper and then just come up about a half inch from that crease line, as you see here.
Let me know whenever you have a second to.
And when I'm laying down these guidelines, guys, keep in mind that I'm not pressing on the clipper too hard.
I'm just finishing this fucking ruin farm that I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to get my faith to level 23, and then I'm gonna probably hop on X Defiant with you. I just need, from right now, I need 5 more levels. It's gonna take me like probably 10 minutes. Yeah, I thought they would have patched the ruin farms and shit I used to do, but you can still do them. It makes this shit so easy. Since I already played the whole like story, I don't really care about going through everything normally, so I'm just fucking ruin grinding my levels, and then I'm gonna go and just powerhouse through everything. I mean, them shit's still gonna be hard. It doesn't fucking matter what level you are. I mean, it does, but you know, you can't really do that good of a ruin farm until you like really beat the game, because you get like a dope ass sword that you can go to one spot and just fucking wipe out. Like they have just, it's a big fucking thing of just enemies, and you can shoot like a big wave of gold at them, and it kills all of them and gives you like 30k ruins each time. The one that I'm doing only gives you like 10k, so it takes way longer. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that one looks way better. Yeah, I'm so tired of using the MDR. I cannot aim with that bitch.
I don't wanna quit playing it before ranks comes out. I wanna stay pretty good.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it's kind of hard for each skill to go in this game, but.
I think KJ is gonna be coming over here at some point today for me to cut his hair.
It's crazy. I think it's still gonna live with her after that, though.
Yeah.
Me personally, they thought I didn't have I'll just go back to his grandma's unless there's like a reason he can't. Like she went like in the bedroom or something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure she still lives over there. She literally lived over there her fucking life, but.
He texted the group chat not that long ago saying he was helping his grandma move.
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't pay attention to it like that unless there's actually something important.
Yeah, like I don't really pay attention to it either, but normally when I open it, I kind of like read through what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, I'm not so much worried about setting in a guideline. I'm just getting rid of the rest of this bolt that you see here. And I'm just, and since we have a little
I'm
bit of space,
fucking too rich now. I'm about to own every single share there is.
Kind of imitating the direction that
I turned my bank into a. I turned. Yeah, I turned my bank into a holding company. Now it's like I'm guaranteed to make 8 million every hour. It doesn't fluctuate or anything. And then I hired hella fucking people in my IT company. And look, hold on. Right now, I'm only losing 500 million an hour, which is not shit. Like I make 8 billion per hour, so 500 million isn't shit to lose. And I hired hella people, bro. I have 720 billion that's gonna be done in 29 hours.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and throw on my half clip, and I'm gonna position the lever to 3/4. The lever at 3/4.
Yeah, it's just stupid. You know, it doesn't matter what your fucking team is. It just. Yeah, I have literally every single player you can buy, and I still don't win every game. I don't even get close to winning every game. My what else? Oh yeah, I own every single thing of real estate there is. I own every single island there is. I own everything else.
Usually takes me these two guards to blend out. Just use those two guards until you get that line blended out, and then you can proceed with doing guards to blend or left bastions, some bastions here that we just put up and halfway open. And then you see the lever at 3/4 is just right in between the lever being fully open and halfway open. And then you see here we have two guidelines left that we need to blend out. We're gonna start by blending out that top guideline first. Now with that lever still parallel from the open. Number two, and for the second, where you want your fade to start. Here I start at the temple peak of the hairline, and then I kind of lead it to the top of his ear. And then for the second guideline, I open the lever on the clipper, and then just come up about a ½ inch from that previous line, as you see here. And when I'm laying down these guidelines, guys, keep in mind that I'm not pressing on the clipper too hard, and I'm only moving up and down in a normal fashion. I'm not using the clipper too soft, or I'm not using it too hard. And then for the next guideline, I'm gonna go ahead and throw on the number 1 guard, still leaving that lever all the way open. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and lay down the next
Just need
guideline,
2 more
coming
levels.
up about a ½ inch from that previous line. And all you're doing is making sure that it runs parallel from the previous line. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and throw on the number 1½ clip with that lever still fully open. And here, I'm not so much worried about setting in a guideline. I'm just getting rid of the rest of this bolt that you see here. And I'm gonna just, since we have a little bit of space that's left to blend into, what you see now, I'm gonna start kind of flaring out the clipper, kind of imitating the direction that this comb takes me. This is the natural direction that the head wants to lead me to, so that's exactly what I'm gonna follow. And you see how I'm just flaring out right here. Here I'm just doing it in a slow manner so you can understand what I'm doing. And then whatever is left up in bulk, I'll just flip the clipper upside down and kind of finish trimming it that way. And just so y'all do know, we do have all these steps in written format down in the description, along with all the links to all the tools and products that we use. So go ahead and check them out if y'all like to see them. Now I'm gonna go ahead and throw on my half clip, and I'm gonna position the top where I'm not. Then just come up about a ½ inch from that previous line.
Yeah, Zay, I think Zay, well not, I don't think, Zay said he wanted a cut. He can come to my house at like probably 4. He said he wants a taper too. But it'd be cutting everybody. I just need to get good enough to where I can cut white people.
He's coming at 4.
Yeah. Because he got work
Already.
tomorrow.
Go.
There we go. Got my faith to 24. Now I can use this sword that I just grinded for. The Sword of Night and Flame. Alright, you can get on your PlayStation.